Hi everyone, I'm Jewel and welcome to J7409 Weather. This is a GFS map, of course. You can see the timestamps and everything you need to know. What's coming up today on weather at J7409? Lots of stuff, folks. Let me tell you what it's looking like probably at some point. Parts of Minnesota, from mid to northern Minnesota up into Canada, a little bit of some of the Dakotas down here. You guys could have some severe thunderstorms today and some severe weather. And also the entire state of Florida down here. You could have these pop-up showers that could have some gusty winds, okay? Other than that, it's looking like no severe weather should pop out anywhere for anyone. But what's going on out west? Heat wave, heat wave. Everybody up and down the eastern seaboard. And also the midsections of the state. We've just gone through this terrible, terrible heat wave. We've got another few days left before we get back to average temperatures around in the 90s. Not anything excessive though, but don't let that fool you. Another heat wave is coming, and all of this and more is coming up on Now, the most severe weather for today is going to be in these areas, even possibly up in Canada. You guys could have some severe thunderstorms possible all the way down in a good portion of Minnesota, going over into South Dakota and North Dakota. Right in this area. Good chance of severe thunderstorms. Now, I was talking about Florida, and I've told you guys before, everywhere you see the green with the dots in it, that's a chance of rain with thunderstorms. So it starts, of course, goes around the entire Gulf Coast. But when it comes to Florida, you guys could have some thunderstorms with maybe a little bit of gusty winds. It's all due to the mid-level disturbance over the eastern Gulf of Mexico. It will enact with moist air over the entire Florida state, and it should produce some scattered daytime storms, some with gusty winds. But at this time, it looks like nothing really severe due to the weak winds and the lap rates that are way up high aloft. But you could have some good thunderstorms for the entire state of Florida. They might sneak into Georgia and move up to the North Carolina coastline, right on up off the coastline of Maryland, moving on up and out. Other places you see this stuff, you do have a chance of some thunderstorms, maybe some gusty winds. Now, back to the severe part right quick. You guys could have some downdraft bursts today, right in this area that's yellow up in here. So you need to be aware of that, because they can cause a lot of damage in wherever they hit in a small place, just like a tornado. So be aware of that. Now, where you see the yellow, heavy rain and flash flooding, that's going to be going on, or it's a great possibility over in parts of New Mexico and Colorado and over in Nevada. Other than that, everybody else, look at this. High pressure, all the way up to Maine, going down to Long Island, New Jersey, Texas, all around in Oklahoma, all these areas, Washington State, Oregon. Should be a good summer day for everyone. So that's looking good. If you got anything you want to do, you've been wanting to have a good day. If you don't live where you see any of these green dots, doesn't mean you're going to have a washout all day, but you do have that chance of a thunderstorm popping up. And for everybody on alert up here, the tornado threat is very low. You do have a 5% wind threat, but you have a 15% hail threat from North and South Dakota, Minnesota, up into Canada with these severe storms as they happen to roll through your area. Starting out next month, the 1st through the 3rd, excessive heat chance coming back to portions of Texas, the majority of Oklahoma, up into Kansas, southern Nebraska, and over in eastern Colorado. You can see the circle right here. Excessive heat. Slight chance of it, but I think it probably might come back. Let's hope it's not as hot as it was with the first wave that went through. And this is looking like August 1st through the 3rd and August 3rd through the 6th in Canada. You also have a slight chance of a heat wave coming your way. Now, as we check out the tropical weather from the National Hurricane Center, here we go. Right here, I have it set on 5 days, as you can see. Still might be hanging around, but look, it's down to 0, folks. It's nearly stationary. It's just a frontal system, and it's a weak area of low pressure. It's producing widespread cloudiness and disorganized showers across the northern and central Gulf of Mexico. Now, the system is expected to drift northward, and development appears very unlikely due to the unfavorable upper level winds, the shear winds. Now, it's got 0 chance in 2 days and 5 days as of now. Of course, this could change. If it does, I'll be sure and put it up for you. But it's going to drift up this way, and some of these showers I'm talking about in Florida, you will get from it, and probably some pop-up thunderstorm showers and stuff along the Gulf Coast here from maybe Texas all the way across. So just keep that in mind. You should get some rain out of this. But look, once again, don't fret. 0, 0, 0 for the next 5 days. Now, as we go over to the North Pacific, the East North Pacific, looking like, look at here. She is down to 30 miles per hour. She's barely a tropical depression right now, moving at 6 miles per hour to the northwest. So Delilah's not going to be a problem to anyone. We'll put this up just a little bit. Here, this disturbance is here. Same disturbance should be over here. Now, it has a chance of developing. This tropical wave is about 1,000 miles south-southwest of the southern tip of the Baja California Peninsula. It's producing a broad area of cloudiness and disorganized showers. Upper-level winds are expected to become more conducive for development. Okay, it's got a good chance for development during the next few days. And a tropical depression could form over the weekend or early next week. This disturbance is moving westward to west-northwestward at 10 to 15 miles per hour. 2 days, 20% chance. 5 days, 50% chance. So we'll keep our eyes on this as it keeps drifting over this way to make sure it doesn't cause any harm at all to Hawaii. Let's hope it doesn't go over that way. And back to our neck of the woods. Once again, folks, do not worry. 0, 0 chance of formation. The shear winds are going to get it. And we'll end it up with temperature readings today in Fahrenheit degrees. Right now, this is an latest model from the GFS at the 6 a.m. run. You can see 70s up and down the eastern seaboard as you get further up into New England. 60s, very, very comfortable. 70s and 80s down in Florida. Out this way when we move on out west. A little bit warmer, though. The heat wave will continue out in this area for a few days. But we'll click through just a little bit here. I want to show you as the daytime heats up. Not too bad at all for most of us. Look here. We're in the 80s. Still in the 80s and some 70s in Florida. All the way over to Texas. Looking good. Looking good. We'll click on through. Now we are up to a little bit later in the day when we have higher 80s for daytime high readings. But look, the heat wave is going to come back, my friends. Like I showed you as we move on through time here. Look at here. Here we go. We're starting to get back up in the upper 90-degree readings. When you see the white, it's starting to really heat up. Of course, we go through the daytime and nighttime temperatures here, but we'll run it on through. You can see the time stamp. Then it's going to start to get hot again by next week's, as I showed you. Look at here. Let's go back one. Let's go back just one. There we go. 100 in Oklahoma. Northeastern Oklahoma, 94. 100 in Kansas. Texas, you're going to be sizzling by the 1st of August. Just like I showed you on that graph, it's going to be hot. This is not heat indices. This is Fahrenheit temperatures. So keep that in mind. It's coming back. With all that said and done, thank you so much. I love you all. I have read all of your comments, but finally, we got my sister-in-law back home out of the hospital once again. She does have more tubes and lines she had to have put in her, but she's back home for a while right now. She has to go to the hospital every other day and get medicine and get new stuff put in intravenously, but she is doing some better. Thank you for your prayers. I appreciate it so very much. Thank you for the prayers you send me too. I will get back to answering all of my comments just as soon as I can. I have been reading them all though. I love you all so much, and I thank you for everything. Have a good day, a safe day, a blessed day, and peace, love, and kindness to all. Thanks so much for watching.